Hello and welcome back to Fairhead. So on the last episode I actually left this field to be rowed by courseplay, but it did get a bit stuck, so unfortunately I've got to finish it off now, which isn't too big of a problem. And in that episode we also planted some wheat in that field there, and then realised, wait a minute, I don't need straw for food because this is maizeplus, so we actually need to find somewhere we can plant canola. So I am tempted to look into buying another field, and I think it would make sense to buy field number 2 because we can use that field to get through to the wheat field rather than driving through somebody else's land. So that might be something we look into a little bit later on. But first off, what we do need to do is we need to get this rowed up. I've just realised the timescale is on 0 as well, so I better sort that out as soon as we've turned around for this next pass. Come on, tractor, you can do it. This hill's way too steep. There we go. Yep, won't be doing that again. Yeah, where was I? Anyway, oh yeah, the timescale is on ×0. We need to change that back to ×5. So we can do that real quick. ×5. Get this turned back on. So anyway, where was I? Yeah, the wheat field, we really should lime it and roll it as well. So I've found a mod for a nice small lime spreader, and we should be able to use it on the Ford, but we will definitely go and pick it up using the Landini that we've got rented for this day. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. This Ford's really lacking in power for this. Anyway, right, so I will get this finished up and I will come back to you in just a moment when this is actually done. Okay, so we've got all of this grass rowed up. We'll go through the fence here to get out, and then I will show you the spreader that I'm looking at purchasing. It is just a Lizard branded spreader. Holds 2,000 litres of lime or fertiliser. Really need some. I think we need a more powerful tractor, to be honest. This Ford is nice, but not quite as powerful as we'd really hope. But it's fine for now. So we'll throw this somewhere up here for now, because it will come in handy probably fairly soon. So we'll put the row next to the Merlot. Okay, so we'll check the sale first, but I don't think there's going to be anything in there anyway. No, there's not. So we are looking for, where are they? Fertilizer spreaders. We've got a choice of this or this. It's much cheaper, actually. 545 kilos, and this is 180. You know what? I think this with the 1 point. Yeah. So we will buy that, and we will buy some lime. Ooh, 1 bag. Okay, and the last thing we're going to buy is a roller, because we will need to roll our fields. I'd like one that, well, we need a grass roller, definitely, but we also need an actual. So we could go for something like that. It's quite heavy. Or this I've used a few times in my survival series. We could get something like this, but definitely not that. See if I can match it sort of all grey. And nope, that one with black rollers. That would match. Then again, it wouldn't really matter. But yes, we're definitely going to need this as well. So I will do that. So what I will do is I will jump in the Landini that we have rented. I'm keeping a hold of the seed around the Landini until I know we don't need them anymore. So we'll take that off. Because I want to get this field work as close to done today as possible and buy some cows. So before I actually go off to the store, I want to have a look at the price of field 2. That's a bit big actually, that's way too big. That's a massive plot though. Maybe not something that big. Field 10? 78,000. It's only just up the road. We'll have a look on the way past at field 10, because we could put quite a bit of canola in that, and that'll last quite a while for the cows. So field 10, we've got 56 here, and field 1. Eventually we will buy field 2 because, you know, it's attached to our farm anyway. This all really depends on how big this field actually is. Field 10 is actually number 3, and what the access is like and how steep the hill is. It's fairly big. We probably only need to plant half of it in. Ooh, decisions. Right, I'll have a think of that. I'll drive to the store, I'll pick up the lime spreader and then go back for the roller, and I will see you when we've got both pieces of equipment back at the yard. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, we are back, and what I have just realised is we also own field 46, and we're not going to get out of this, it's too tight. Oh no, we are. So let's go and have a look at field 46, because we definitely need to plant in some canola. I just hope it's not too small, which it looks like it is. Yeah, it's sort of long and narrow. It's going to be quite difficult to actually do. But maybe the price of one of these two across here wouldn't be as bad. This looks nice and square. Let's have a look. 2 fields as well. 36,500 or 22. That's even better. Let's go and have a quick look across here. Yeah, I reckon we get in and out of here nice and easy, and then I can get the canola planted in today. As you can see, it's 4 PM, so I think it's going to be a bit of a rush decision, but we'll buy that and we'll get the worker off in it. What we'll also do is buy the soil samples for it. So it's not going to be a fantastic yielding field, I don't think, but it means we'll have a field of canola in. So let's get the Landini back. I will set this off on courseplay, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, so better turn that back on, I'm going to need it. Yep. Okay, so we've set off the worker on courseplay. It's going to hopefully get all that field planted in. I know it's a bit of a rush decision, but I think it should be fine. It doesn't look like it's going to be too small. Terrible idea driving up there, wasn't it? Oh, this is quite heavy for this. I'm going to have to hopefully get a lot of it emptied. But it's going to be a small field, but hopefully we can get enough out of it to see us through some of the year. We may have to buy some power food, but the idea is to try and just grow our own, as much of our own as possible. So we're going to get this spreader into the field. We're going to quickly spread lime. I know I've done it in the wrong order, but hopefully once we get it rolled as well, it won't have that texture, so it doesn't look a bit strange when it all comes to through its growth stages. So get this ready to go. Does it need unfolding? Nah. And we're just going to turn it on and see what happens. Oh, that's quite a wide spread, and just see what happens. It shouldn't use all of this, but then again it's looking like it's using quite a lot. So let's come back off that a bit. It's probably too wide, this actually. It's a really good small spreader, but we should have probably bought one of the smaller smaller sized container hopper. Whoops. Because it's quite heavy for the back of this tractor. Again, it's alright, I'll get used to the equipment we need, hopefully fairly soon. But we do need to do quite a lot of lime spreading, but it was urgent to get this done, and hopefully the canola done as well. Fortunately for the canola, we can always spray that off in the next in-game month, so it won't be too much of a problem. Gosh, my control of this was terrible. Right, let's get back closer to that side. That's better. I want to make sure I get as much of this as possible. Okay, so what I will do, I will get this field spread as quick as possible, and I will be back with you in just a moment. Okay, so that was a nice quick job. I decided not to time-lapse that because just how quick it's going to be, but that does give us the chance now hopefully to get in here with a roller fairly soon. But first off, we're actually going to jump straight down to the field that the Landini's in, which is now blocked by an object, and probably have to finish that off. So let's go over there and take a look, see how it's getting on. This is quite bumpy out of here, isn't it? Yeah. There you go. I don't know what it's blocked by, probably a fence. Let's have a look. Yep, a fence. That field is really small actually. That's a job we can finish off. Let's get over this. Okay, let's take you out of there, because it's left a lot of patches as well. So hopefully we can get this unpatchy and finished off. Because we might need the Landini still to roll these two fields. Well, we will need the Landini to roll these two fields. I don't think the Ford will do it. But I could be pleasantly surprised. Have I not turned it on? No, I've not. Because I am dead good. Let's try that again. There we go, that's better. Much better. And I know what everybody's probably thinking now. This is too small. And how are we going to get a harvester in it? There's some quite small harvesters about. You know, the one we use in Survival Challenge. A bit old, but small. And there's obviously the Rostelmeisch one's quite small as well. So that could be usable. But it just means we might do a bit of crop destruction on the way in. Because we will have to put the header in first. So let's, I think we've got all of that. Actually, I'm pretty certain we've got all of that now. So I don't really want to. I better empty the seed out of this. And this was a pain to get in this field as well. Had to reverse the trailer in, and that was quite fun. But it should just about do it. I have gone too close to the gate. So it was literally drive all the way until I'm touching that fence, essentially. And it comes out. Not easy, but doable. Right, so let's get this limed up nice and quick. There's no reason we won't get this in. But everything on the farm will need lime. Eventually will need rolling. The grass fields will be done after each cut. Well, after their next cuts. We've got a field over there that we really should bale up and not wrap. That will be grass, and then the next fields that we cut will be conditioned so that we can actually make some hay out of them as well. There we go. All of a few seconds. Excellent. So we'll go and put the... I should really stop turning like that. We'll go and put the Ford away. Yep. And then we'll go and get the Landini, grab the roller, and get these two fields rolled off. Hopefully nice and quick. So I'll see you when we're ready to do that. Okay, so we're on our way to the field, the wheat field with the roller. Hopefully this actually works. Now, we will be keeping the Landini into October, only because it's going to be very useful when it comes to baling up that field. That dip over there, the Ford struggles to pull its own weight. So, we'll get this unfolded. And then drop down, and we will hopefully see a texture change rather than it having lime all underneath it. Let's see how it goes. It is rolling, but not giving us the texture change we need. Should we have a quick look at the PDA? The map. Yeah, so they do need rolling, so I am going to get that done. Hopefully I can do a fairly decent job of it without seeing really where I'm going. But if not, we can sort of see where we're going. Actually, we've got a bit of a trace there. With the pattern in the field. So I will get this done in a time lapse, and I will come back to you when this and the smaller field are both rolled. I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, so that is this field rolled. Now, the only problem I've got now is I cannot really see. So we'll have a quick look at the map. We got most of it. I'm happy with that. It's just a shame about this. A real shame. I'm not going to be able to see to do it. So we'll fold that back up. Like I said, we are keeping the Landini for tonight at least, because we'll be baling this field up as soon as it gets into October. So I will get this parked up and I will see you in October. Okay, so it is October. I have just tried to figure out if I can change the bale size and not wrap any bales with this, and it really it doesn't like it, so I have to wrap the bales, and I don't want to do that. I need another solution. Now, I could go down the route of getting a forage wagon, but that just means I won't be able to store really any grass. I don't have anywhere to store it. I mean, I could find a shed and dump it all in there. Or we bale them up as silage and just buy grass bales. Don't really want to do that either. I'd rather make my own. So, I think we might be on the market for a second baler for just doing grass and hay bales with, which is a bit of a pain, but not a massive issue. So we'll have a look and see what balers are, see if there's any cheap ones that we can use, and we'll go from there, I guess. But what we will do while we're going past where this bale fell off the cliff, we'll check and see if that's fermented, which I assume it will be now. 81%, so still quite a bit of time yet. Still got a few hours of today's in-game day. Let's take that off there for now. Let's have a look. First off, in the sale, is there anything? Not for right now, really, no. So, balers. Let's have a look. I mean, we could just go nice and cheap. We use these a lot. Really, I think it is just going to be that. Or the Coon one. Yeah. It's a big expense. And probably a bit frivolous, but what we could do is potentially sell the class unit wrap and just buy a bale wrapper as well. So I'll have a think about that. I'll go and pick this up and I will see you at the field. Okay, so we are finally using a baler that we can actually do grass bales with. Wow, that filled up quick. We need to unload it, and there we go. Fantastic, we have some grass bales. Right, so I will time lapse doing these grass bales, and I will be back with you as soon as they're done. Okay, we're coming to an end of rolling this field now, and we've got quite a few bales out of it. That should last quite a while. Also, that wheat field looks really, really good. Looks well established already. It's going to be a challenging farm, this, I think, just because of the terrain. It's really, really hilly, and because it's so tight, the power of the tractors that we've got is just not enough. So we'll have to figure something out for that. The class Unirac baler will be going. I think the best way to go is use this and a bale wrapper. Plus, that would make it more compact, a bit lighter as well. So we'll get that sold. I'll probably do that in between episodes, to be completely honest with you, and just get it done. And then maybe we'll have to have a look and see if we can't find another tractor. The Ford's getting kept, but we'll find another tractor that's got a bit more horsepower that can pull the equipment round, especially the heavier, more demanding pieces of equipment around. But for now, the Ford is absolutely fine. It can do the jobs like spraying. I'm sure there's other jobs we'll find for it as well. Spraying, mowing, maybe buy a smaller mower to fit onto it. See, even this Landini's struggling, just pulling this small baler up the hills. So we'll get this bale finished off. There we go. Okay, so that is finished. We've got all the bales done. So the Landini can go in the yard for now. And I think we'll keep it rented until we've decided on an upgrade. So this can go in here. Probably put that roller somewhere. There is a big old wall there. How did I not see it? So baler, probably back it into that, into here. Whoops. It is difficult to work this map. I like it. Right, so that is that done. So, next job really is find. Can I open that? Yeah. Check the bales again. See what percent they are, because they were 80 something. Where are you? There. 84. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up a couple of grass bales. I'm going to put them in the feed trigger. Yeah. With the Merlot. Open them forks up a bit. So I will go and grab a couple of bales and I will be back in just a moment. We might actually as well be able to... Yeah, the canola field is on its first growth stage as well, which is nice. That's just germinated. Right, let's get a couple of grass bales and feed them straight into the cow shed. I will be back in just a minute. Okay, so we have put how many bales? It was 6 bales in here. We can have up to 90 cows. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to buy some young Holsteins. Used for dairy farming, produces milk. Tell you what, we'll go with brown Swiss, only because I always seem to put Holstein in. And I think what we'll do with 10, go with 15 young cows. Okay, so hey, 15 young cows. So that should give us now an option to see what our animals are up to. So as you can see, putting them bales in. Oh, that's included power food as well somehow. Strange. That is really strange. So obviously we need some roughage. So we'll have to do some hay, pretty smartish. But we've got some cows. They have some food. So it's target number 1 done. We've actually got some animals. So we need to figure out next time what fields I'm going to be mowing for hay, and also need to pick up all the bales. By that time the silage should be fermented, which is 85%, yeah. So the silage will be fermented next time. We can put that in there with them. But that's all I've got time for today. If you like the episode, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more on Fairhead. Goodbye.